God is in tears. He's been trying to warn you for hours. This is your final chance. Don't skip this message. If you ignore this time, you'll regret it deeply. Please open this message before it's too late. You are not here by accident. You didn't just stumble upon this. You were brought here by divine hands because heaven is trying to reach you urgently. God has been speaking, whispering, crying out, and now shouting in pain. His tears fall not from weakness, but from deep love. You are walking toward a place that will break you if you do not stop now and listen. Please stay. If you walk away now, you will miss the miracle, the warning, or the final protection God has placed in your path. This is not just another moment. This is the moment. Comment, Amen, if you can feel this in your spirit. God has been trying to get your attention through the silence, through the dreams, through the heaviness you feel in your chest, the delays, the closed doors, the moments you almost lost your mind. Every one of those things was not a punishment, but a call. He's been crying out to your soul while you've been surrounded by noise. He's been trying to protect you from a destruction you cannot yet see, but the window is closing now. This is your final chance to stop and hear what he is saying before the shift takes place. You have been warned. This isn't about fear, this is about truth. And the truth is, something is coming that you are not ready for unless you anchor yourself in him right now. Not later, not tomorrow, now. God is begging you to pause your distractions, to stop running to broken things for healing, to stop calling on people who never answer, to return, to fall to your knees not in shame, but in surrender. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to stop ignoring the one who already has. Please like this video if your heart is heavy and you know God is speaking directly to you right now. This is not a small warning. This is God's voice trembling, his spirit groaning, because he sees what you don't. He sees the enemy that's been circling you. He sees the trap that's been set. He sees the loss you've been flirting with, and he sees the purpose the enemy is trying to kill in you. You were not made to live numb, to wake up every day exhausted in your soul, barely holding yourself together. That's not how his children walk. That's how the world walks. You are not the world's child. Comment 1111 if you believe God is pulling you out of danger. He has been warning you in quiet ways, in the missed call that saved you from an accident, in the delay that frustrated you but protected you, in the people who walked away without explanation. These weren't coincidences, these were divine reroutes. But now, his whisper is turning into a cry. Because the enemy has been tightening his grip on your life. You've been distracted for too long, entertaining too much darkness, compromising for temporary comfort. God is now shouting from heaven, "Come back to me, now, before it's too late." He isn't saying this to scare you. He's saying it to rescue you. You may not see the storm yet, but he does. You may not feel the attack, but it's forming. And if you wait any longer, you will not be ready. God is shaking things because he loves you. He's letting things fall apart so that you stop building on sand. He's letting you feel emptiness in the places you used to find pleasure because he wants to fill you with something eternal. You are not meant to chase shadows. You are meant to walk in the light. You are chosen. You are called. Even if you feel forgotten, you are not forsaken. Even if your heart is breaking, your name is still written in the book of life. God has not turned his face from you. He is staring straight at you now, weeping, not because he is hopeless, but because he knows what you're about to lose if you don't listen. He gave you free will, but he never wanted you to walk into darkness by choice. He's not angry at you. He's heartbroken for you. God is calling you to step out of the cycle you've been trapped in, the sin that keeps returning, the people that keep draining you, the thoughts that keep accusing you. He wants you to be free, really free, not the kind of fake peace the world gives, but real peace. The kind that silences storms, calms your mind at night, and restores your strength. He's not asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to let him in, fully. No more halfway surrender. No more lukewarm living, no more waiting for the right moment. This is the moment. This is the message people ignore and then wish they hadn't. This is the moment people skip and then say, "If only I had listened." Please, don't be one of them. You're being warned because you are loved, because you matter, because your future still holds purpose. But you will not step into it if you keep closing your ears to his voice. You've been running for a long time, but your strength is running out. Let him catch you. Let him hold you. Let him carry you through this. If you feel like the enemy has been winning in your life, know this: God is still God. He's not moved by the enemy's lies. He's not shaken by your failures. He's not limited by your past. He is still strong enough to turn everything around. But you have to let him. This is not just a nice message. This is a spiritual rescue. The chains around you are heavy, but they will break the moment you fully surrender. The darkness is thick, but light is about to break in if you stay close to him. Why are so many claiming this CIA ritual changed their life in just 7 seconds? This leaked CIA ritual is the real deal, and it's potent. A 7-second brainwave hack backed by 4 neuroscience labs is helping regular people leap from broke to abundant. Dream homes, cars, trips, it's all within reach. But this video could disappear anytime from the internet. So click the link in the description and comments now to see it before it's gone forever. God doesn't want your fear. He wants your faith. Even if it's small, even if it's shaky, even if it's just enough to whisper his name. That's all it takes to invite him in. That's all it takes to change everything. The attacks are real. The heaviness is real. But so is his power. So is his presence. So is his love. He has not walked away from you. You just stopped looking for him. He is here now, in this moment. He brought you here to tell you this because he's not giving up on you, even if you've given up on yourself. He still sees hope where you see failure. He still sees beauty where you see brokenness. You are still his. No mistake has changed that. No sin has cancelled that. No pain has erased that. You may feel numb, tired, lost, like no one sees you, hears you, or understands how heavy it feels just to exist sometimes. But God sees it. He knows the weight. He knows the nights you cry when no one's around. He knows the moments you feel like giving up. And that's why he's pleading with you right now, not shouting from a distance, but standing beside you with tears in his eyes, whispering, "Please don't give up. Please don't turn away. Let me fight for you." Comment 222 if you trust that God is stepping in right now. He's not only watching over you, he's been blocking things you didn't even know were trying to destroy you. That job you didn't get? Protection. That relationship that ended suddenly? Covered. That door that never opened? A shield. You don't see the battles he's been fighting while you sleep. You don't hear the conversations in the spirit realm as he defends your name. You don't know the times the enemy requested to break you completely, but God said, "No, that one's mine." You are covered in ways you can't even begin to imagine. But now, he needs something from you. He needs your yes. Not just a verbal yes, but the kind that changes your life. the kind that lays down pride, the kind that stops pretending everything's okay when your soul is in pieces. He needs the kind of yes that opens your hands and says, God, I don't know how, but I trust you. That's all he's asking for, your surrender, your real surrender. Not a once-a-week prayer, not a quick cry when things go wrong, but a heart that turns to him completely. You have no idea what's being planned against you in the dark, but God does. That's why this warning is urgent. The enemy is not just trying to distract you, he's trying to destroy you. He wants your mind, your peace, your identity. He's been planting lies, fueling fear, increasing confusion, and he's hoping you'll stay distracted just long enough to miss your covering, just long enough to lose your grip, just long enough to walk away from the very thing that's holding you together. But God is here, pulling you back. You're not crazy for feeling the shift. The atmosphere around you has changed. That anxiety, that restlessness, that deep sense that something's wrong, but you can't explain it. It's not all in your head. Your spirit is picking up what your eyes can't yet see. The warfare is real, but so is your weapon. And your weapon is not your strength, it's not your knowledge, it's not your willpower. Your greatest weapon is your connection to the one who sees all, knows all, and commands all. Stay connected to him. You will survive this. Comment 333 if you declare your faith even in the storm. You may not know how to pray perfectly. That's okay. He's not looking for perfect words. He's looking for honest ones. Just speak to him right now in your own way. Whisper his name. Tell him you're tired. Tell him you're scared. Tell him you don't have the answers. He can handle your truth. He already knows it. You don't need to clean yourself up first. You don't need to pretend to be strong. Your weakness is not a burden to him, it's a doorway for his power to come in. There's a reason you're still here. After all the breakdowns, all the nights you thought were your last, all the close calls and near disasters, you're still breathing, still standing, still listening. That's not luck. That's grace. That's mercy. That's God. He's not letting go of you, even when you try to let go of yourself. That calling on your life, it hasn't been cancelled. That purpose, it hasn't expired. It's still waiting. But you must choose now who you will serve. The fear or the faith, the pain or the promise. God is not cruel. He's not playing games with your heart. If he's asking you to let go of something, it's not to hurt you, it's to heal you. That thing you're clinging to so tightly, the one you're afraid to release, it's the very thing that's poisoning you. Sometimes the miracle begins with the breaking. Sometimes the blessing starts with the loss. You don't see the full picture yet, but he does. And he knows what he's preparing you for. What's coming is greater than what you're afraid to lose. You've cried enough. You've wandered enough. You've searched in empty places long enough. Come home. The door is still open. His arms are still wide. There is no shame here, no condemnation, just love, just truth, just freedom. It's not too late. You haven't missed it. The enemy wants you to believe it's over, that you've ruined your chance. But that's a lie. If you still have breath, you still have time. If you're still reading this, it means heaven still has a plan for you. And that plan is not survival. It's revival. He doesn't want you just getting by. He wants you thriving, whole, free, walking in peace, walking in purpose. You weren't created to be stuck. You weren't created to be broken forever. You were created to rise, to shine, to lead others out of the same darkness that tried to destroy you. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not too far gone. You are a child of the Most High God, and He is with you. What's really behind the 7-second brain technique that's making headlines and new millionaires? A stunning CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second brain ritual that's helping normal people wipe out debt and attract serious wealth. With proof from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into dream living. Homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening. But the government could take this down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. He will never leave you, even when everyone else does, even when you feel alone in a crowded room. Even when the silence in your mind feels deafening, he is still there, still speaking, still fighting for your soul. The world may not see your worth, but heaven does. Angels surround you right now, because your life carries weight. Your presence on this earth matters. You are here for a reason, and you will not leave this world until that reason is fulfilled. God's tears are not because he's weak. They are because his love for you runs deeper than words. When he sees you hurt, he feels it. When you turn away, he grieves it. Not because he's angry, but because he wants more for you, better for you. And he knows what's possible if you just return. Please, don't brush this off. Don't silence the tug in your spirit. That's him. That's your Creator calling you back, calling you into safety, into peace, into a life that finally feels like home. Your heart is not too damaged for him. He's not afraid of your pain. He's not overwhelmed by your past. He's not disappointed in how long it's taken you to come back. He's only waiting with open arms, waiting for you to fall into him instead of falling apart. He's not offering temporary relief. He's offering healing, real healing, from the inside out, from the places no one else can reach, from the wounds you never even talk about. But to receive it, you have to stop running. You have to stop shutting him out. Comment 555 if you're ready to be restored completely. You weren't built to carry everything on your own. That's why it feels so heavy. That's why it's been breaking you. You weren't created to carry what only God can. He didn't ask you to be your own savior. He asked you to trust him. You don't have to be in control of everything. You don't have to have it all figured out. What you need is to release it, let it go. Give him the pieces you've been hiding. Give him the things you're too ashamed to admit. He already knows. He's not walking away. He's coming closer. You may be surrounded by people, yet still feel isolated. You may smile in public and cry in private. You may encourage others while secretly asking God, when will it be my turn? He's heard every question, every whisper in the dark. Every time you looked up at the ceiling and said, God, where are you? He hasn't ignored you. He's been working behind the scenes, setting things in motion, protecting what needs to be protected, delaying what needs to be delayed, preparing what needs to be prepared. He hasn't forgotten you, not for a second. God is still writing your story, even when it feels like the page is stuck. Even when everything seems paused or lost, there's more. There's always more with him. More grace, more healing, more strength, more favor. He's not done. The enemy wants you to believe it's over, so you stop expecting, stop believing, stop hoping. But God is whispering again, quiet but clear. Don't give up now. Don't walk away yet. You're closer than you think. You're not stuck because you're weak. You're stuck because you've outgrown where you are. God is trying to move you, stretch you, elevate you, and that transition is never comfortable. That's why everything feels unstable. That's why what once brought you comfort now brings you confusion. It's not that something's wrong with you, it's that God is shifting something in you. You're being prepared. You're being pulled from what's familiar to make space for what's divine. Growth doesn't feel good, but it's necessary, and you're not going through it alone. Comment 1212 if you're ready for the shift that's coming. You have a calling, a real one, not just a dream, not just a wish, but a purpose that heaven specifically assigned to your name. That's why you've been under attack. That's why the enemy has been after your peace, your mind, your joy. Because you are dangerous to darkness. You are a light carrier, a breaker of chains, a voice that can set others free. But how can you step into that if you stay silent, if you stay hidden? God is calling you out of fear, out of shame, out of hiding. He is placing his hand on you again, not because you're the strongest, not because you have it all together, but because you said yes. Even a quiet, trembling yes is enough. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to be qualified. God equips those he calls, and you, beloved, have been called. You are not invisible. You are not ordinary. You are not forgotten. You are marked by the King of Heaven, and all of hell knows it. That's why the pressure has been intense, but you were built for this. God has already prepared everything you need, the resources, the people, the doors, the favor. It's already written into your story. You just have to keep walking, keep trusting, keep choosing faith over fear. Every delay has a purpose. Every no is making room for a better yes. Every loss is making space for restoration. You don't have to chase anything that's meant for you. You just have to walk with the one who holds it all in his hands. Let his voice be louder than your doubt, louder than the shame, louder than the opinions that try to define you. What God says is final. What he speaks over you will not return void. He promised to finish what he started, and he doesn't break promises. He doesn't walk away halfway. He doesn't leave when it gets messy. He enters the mess and creates beauty from it. Your life is not over. Your story is not finished. Your breakthrough is not behind you. It's ahead. Is it finally time to try the same CIA secret ritual that's changing lives in seconds? This newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual transforming lives overnight. Scientifically validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it rewires your mind to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and exotic travel. But this secret won't be online much longer. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently removed. You may have failed, you may have fallen, but you're still standing. You're still here, and that means God is still working. His mercy has covered you every time you didn't even know you needed it. His grace has kept you from things that would have destroyed you. You may not feel strong, but that's where his power shows up. In your weakness, in your surrender, in your quiet, God, I need you, when no one else is around. That's where miracles begin. You don't need to perform for God. You don't need to impress him. He loved you before you did anything. He loved you when you were still broken. He loved you before anyone else even saw your value. That love hasn't changed. No matter what you've done, no matter how far you've wandered, he still loves you with the same power that created the stars, and he's not giving up on you. Not now, not ever. He wants to rebuild your foundation. One that won't crack the next time life shakes you. One that's rooted in him. Not in people, not in money, not in achievements, but in truth, in faith, in his promises. Because when your life is built on him, storms may come, but they won't destroy you. Waves may crash, but they won't carry you away. You'll stand firm, anchored in something eternal. So come back, not in fear, but in confidence. Come back knowing you are welcomed, you are wanted, you are chosen. Let God show you who you really are. Not what the world said, not what the enemy whispered, not what your past tried to label you, but what heaven declared over you from the beginning. You are loved. You are redeemed. You are His. You've cried so many tears in silence, haven't you? Tears you were afraid to let anyone see, but none of them have been wasted. Every tear you've cried has been collected. God's word says in Psalm 56:8, "You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. Not one drop has gone unnoticed. Not one moment of pain has been ignored. Your weeping may have endured for the night, but morning is coming, and with it joy, peace, strength, a fresh beginning, one you didn't think was possible." Comment 777 if you believe God is turning your mourning into joy. He's not done healing you. He's not done restoring you. You are still in His hands, and there is no safer place to be. The world may have tried to label you by your wounds, but God calls you by your name. He calls you healed. He calls you whole. He calls you chosen. That inner voice that keeps telling you nothing will change, that's not God. That's the voice of the one who's terrified of who you'll become when you finally believe what God says about you. You weren't meant to live in shame. Shame is not from God. Conviction is meant to bring you back to Him, but shame tries to keep you away. That's the enemy's plan. He wants to keep you buried under guilt so you never rise into your calling. But Jesus didn't die so you could live in fear of never being good enough. He died to wash you clean, to free you from the weight of your past, to give you access to His Spirit, His love, and His strength. You don't have to carry this alone anymore. God is near to the brokenhearted. That's His promise. He's not far off in the clouds, waiting for you to get everything right. He is here, present, listening, ready. He wants to meet you right where you are, not where you think you should be. You don't need to climb some spiritual ladder to reach Him. He's already come down to you. He's standing in the middle of your mess, extending His hand. He's saying, "Let's do this together. I'll carry what you can't. I'll fight what you can't see. Just trust me." Comment 999 if you're ready to let go and trust God fully. This moment right now, it matters, because something sacred happens when you pause and truly open your heart to Him. You may not feel anything dramatic. You may not hear an audible voice, but that gentle peace, that stillness rising inside of you, that's Him. That's the presence of the Holy Spirit reminding you that you are not alone, that you are not forgotten, that this pain will not last forever. There is more for you, so much more, but you have to stay close. Stay in His presence. Stay under His covering. You've been trying to fight battles that were never yours to fight. That's why you're exhausted. You've been trying to hold up walls that God is trying to tear down. That's why everything feels unstable. Let Him in. Let Him do what only He can do. He's not asking you to understand everything. He's asking you to trust Him through everything. You don't have to know how the story ends. You just have to know who's writing it. And your author is faithful. He finishes what He starts. Every time, there are blessings that have your name on them, doors that are about to open, healing that's already in motion. But if you're not aligned with God, you won't recognize them when they arrive. That's why this message is not just a warning, it's an invitation to come back, to realign, to step into the rhythm of grace again. You've been out of sync with Him, and that disconnection has left you vulnerable. But God is saying, reconnect with me. Let me cover you again. Let me lead you. This isn't about religion. It's about relationship. You can go through all the motions, say all the right words, attend every service and still be far from Him. God doesn't want your performance. He wants your heart, the real you. the one who's scared, the one who's unsure, the one who's messed up more times than you can count. That's the version he wants, because that's the one he can transform. That's the one he can pour into. That's the one he can raise up and send out. Why is the government working so hard to bury this 7-second brain ritual? A stunning CIA leak has just exposed a 7-second brain ritual, now allowing regular people to clear debt and invite unstoppable wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is transforming financial struggles into dream lifestyles. New homes, vehicles, vacations, it's all becoming possible. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. He wants to give you peace that the world can't touch. Joy that doesn't depend on circumstances. Strength that lasts through every storm. But you have to let him be the center. Not an emergency backup plan. Not a Sunday thought. The center. Your anchor. Your lifeline. That's where the real transformation begins. When he becomes everything, everything begins to change. You're not behind. You're not late. You're not forgotten. God's timing is still perfect. What feels like delay is often divine protection. You may think you missed it, but heaven is never in a rush. What's meant for you is still on the way. It hasn't been lost. It hasn't been cancelled. But your heart has to be ready. That's what this season has been about. The waiting, the pain, the stretching. It's been preparing you, molding you, strengthening you, so that when the blessing comes, you won't break under the weight of it. You have angels around you even now, warring on your behalf, defending you from attacks you'll never know about. That's how deeply God cares for you. He assigns protection where you can't see. He steps into spaces you didn't even know were dangerous. You are more covered than you realize, more chosen than you believe. And it's time you start living like it. Walk like a child of God. Pray like someone who knows heaven listens. Breathe like someone who is held by the Creator of the universe. Don't go back to what broke you. Don't return to the things God freed you from. This is your moment to move forward, to let the past be the past, to walk in the newness God is offering you. You are not the same person you were. You've been changed, refined, grown through fire, and now you're ready for more. But the old mindset can't go with you. The old fear can't follow you. Leave it here, right now. Let it die so you can finally live. You are standing at a crossroads, and heaven is holding its breath. One path leads you deeper into chaos, distraction, and destruction. The other leads you home. Not just back to a place, but back to your purpose. Back to peace, back to the reason you're still breathing. The enemy is hoping you'll scroll past this. Hoping you'll convince yourself this is just emotion, just another moment. But God is telling you clearly this is your chance, the one you asked for, the one He's waited to give. Comment 1010 if you believe this is your sign. He's been quiet, but not absent, silent, but not still. God often does His deepest work in the silence. When it feels like nothing is happening, He's actually rearranging everything behind the scenes. He's not ignoring your cries. He's strengthening your faith. He's not holding out on you. He's holding things together so that when He opens the door, it doesn't crush you, it blesses you. You haven't been denied. You've been delayed for protection, for preparation. Because what's coming requires more than what you've had before. You've outgrown your old season. That's why things started to fall apart. That's why relationships shifted. That's why what once felt like home now feels like a cage. God is calling you into a new place, and sometimes He has to allow the old things to fall so you don't cling to them when He says it's time to move. You weren't meant to stay where you are. You weren't born to settle. You were born to grow, to carry light, to bring healing to others, and you can't do that if you're still chained to what tried to break you. The enemy is trying to make you believe it's too late, that you've missed your opportunity, that you've wasted too much time. But God is not limited by time. He's not bound by your mistakes. When He restores, He doesn't just give back what you lost. He multiplies it. He makes up for the years that were stolen, the moments that were shattered, the dreams that felt too broken to ever rise again. He is a redeemer, and He hasn't changed His mind about you. Comment 1515 if you believe God is restoring your time and purpose. You've been trying to figure out everything on your own, thinking maybe if you just work harder, try harder, you can fix it. But grace doesn't work like that. You don't earn it. You receive it. You let it carry you when your own strength runs out. You let it lift you when you've fallen. You let it cover the places that still feel unhealed. God is not disappointed in you. He's not shaking His head. He's whispering, "Let me help. You don't have to do this by yourself anymore. There is a battle over your life, not just for your comfort, but for your calling." The enemy isn't just attacking you to make you sad, he's attacking you to make you silent. He's trying to shut down your voice because he knows your voice carries power. He knows your faith could set others free. He knows your story could pull someone else out of darkness. So he attacks, not because you're weak, but because you're dangerous to his kingdom. But you are not alone in this. You are covered. You are surrounded. You are armed with heaven's protection. God's not asking you to be fearless. He's asking you to move forward, even with fear in your hands. Faith isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing to trust God more than the fear, more than the doubt, more than the uncertainty. You may not know how it's going to work out, but He does. You may not see the full picture, but He's already seen the end, and He's not worried. He's already made a way. There is power in your surrender, real power. Not the kind the world celebrates, but the kind heaven responds to. When you finally drop your pride and say, "God, I can't do this without you," everything changes. Doors open, peace returns, clarity comes. Because God can do more with your surrender than you could ever do with your control. And right now, that's what He's asking for. Not your perfection, not your performance, just your yes. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Yes to healing, yes to letting go, yes to walking away from what's been draining you, yes to stepping into something better, even if it scares you, yes to trusting again, yes to praying again, yes to hoping again. You've been afraid to hope because you've been let down before. But God never lets a surrendered heart stay empty. He always fills it. He always responds. He always moves. You are not weak because you're tired. You're not broken because you feel heavy. You are human. And God meets us in our humanity with divine power, with love that never changes, with mercy that never runs out. You can rest now. Not because the storm is over, but because you're no longer trying to row the boat alone. You can rest, knowing He's with you in the storm, and that's more than enough. There are things in your life right now that need to be released. You know what they are. The relationship, the habit, the mindset, the weight you've been dragging. It's time to let it go. You can't receive what's next if your hands are still holding what was. This is your moment to trust him enough to open your grip. It might hurt, it might feel like loss, but on the other side is peace, freedom, wholeness. God will never ask you to release something unless he plans to replace it with something better. And that better thing, it's coming. Slowly, surely, quietly. The shift is happening, even if you can't feel it yet. Angels are moving, doors are unlocking, healing is stirring. You may not see the fruit yet, but the seeds you planted in faith are breaking through the soil. Don't give up now. You've come too far. You've fought too hard. God has not brought you this far just to leave you in the middle. He finishes what he starts, always. There are times when God doesn't speak loudly because he wants you to lean in closer. He's not hiding from you. He's drawing you nearer. He's been waiting for your heart to quiet down, for you to turn away from the noise, for you to stop chasing what never satisfies. And now, in this stillness, he's speaking again. Not through thunder or fire, but through a whisper that wraps around your soul and says, "You're mine, and I've never left you." Comment 1717 if you believe God has never stopped watching over you. It's okay if you don't have the strength to stand right now. Sometimes faith looks like crawling. Sometimes it looks like whispering his name through tears. God is not looking for a performance. He's looking for your heart, that tired, trembling, battle-worn heart that still dares to believe. That's what touches heaven. That's what moves the Father. Not the strength you pretend to have, but the honesty you bring to him in your weakness. You've asked, "Why is it so hard?" You've cried out, "God, if you're really with me, why do I feel like this?" And he hasn't been angry at your questions. He understands your pain. Jesus wept. Jesus felt abandoned. Jesus cried out to the Father with anguish. Your questions don't disqualify your faith. They reveal your longing for connection. And God honors that. He's not offended by your doubt. He's inviting you to bring it to him so he can show you who he really is in the middle of it. There's a deep healing happening right now. Not the surface kind. Not the kind that lasts for a moment and fades the next day. But the kind that goes into the places you've covered up. The places you don't talk about. The memories that still sting, the wounds that never closed. God is reaching into those places, not to shame you, but to restore you. You don't have to carry it anymore. You don't have to keep pretending. He sees it, he knows, and he wants to lift it off your shoulders. Comment Amen if you're ready to let God heal the hidden wounds in you. You've been carrying things that were never yours to carry. Expectations, guilt, pressure, the burden to fix everything and be everything for everyone. But God never asked you to do that. He never called you to wear yourself out trying to hold the world together. That's his job. Your job is to rest in him, to trust him, to follow where he leads, even when it doesn't make sense. You were never meant to save yourself. That's why you feel so worn out, because you've been trying to carry what only he can handle. Let him take it, all of it, the fear, the confusion, the burden of trying to be strong all the time. Let him carry you like he's always wanted to. You're not too much for him. Your emotions aren't too messy. Your questions aren't too heavy. He can handle it all. He wants to. That's what a father does. He doesn't run when it gets hard. He draws closer, and God is the perfect father. He's not like the ones who left. He's not like the ones who failed. He is faithful, even when everyone else fails. There's a calling on your life, not just to survive, but to walk in power, to bring light to dark places, to speak life into broken hearts, to carry hope where others have given up. And the trials you've walked through weren't meant to break you. They were preparing you, sharpening you, strengthening you. So when the moment comes, and it's coming, you'll be ready. You'll know who you are. You'll know who your God is. And you'll walk with authority because you've seen him move in the fire. The next chapter of your life doesn't have to look like the last one. You are not bound by what you've been through. You are not stuck in who you used to be. The old things have passed. God is doing something new. Even now, it's springing up. Do you perceive it? Can you sense the shift, the newness, the hope stirring? It's not just your imagination. It's the Spirit of God breathing life into what you thought was dead. What if a quick 7-second brain ritual could truly wipe out your debt and fill your life with unstoppable abundance? A shocking CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second ritual now helping ordinary people clear debt and attract unlimited wealth. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is turning financial problems into dream lifestyles. New homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening for real people. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. He's not just bringing you out, he's bringing you up. Out of shame, out of fear, out of confusion, and up into purpose, into joy, into peace. You're about to walk in a season where the things that once crushed you will no longer have power over you, where the lies that once held you hostage will no longer whisper so loudly, because you'll be walking in truth, and the truth will set you free. You are not who they said you are. You are not what happened to you. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are who God says you are. And he calls you chosen, loved, called, redeemed, free. That identity is permanent. It's not based on your feelings. It's not based on your performance. It's based on his promise. And he never breaks a promise. So rise, even if your legs are shaking, even if your heart is unsure. Rise anyway. You've been down too long. You've believed the lies too long. You've settled too long. It's time to come alive again, to breathe deeply again, to hope again. You are not too late. You are right on time. And everything you've walked through has led to this moment. This is sacred ground you're standing on. Not because of anything you've done, but because God has met you here. He's breaking chains. He's restoring joy. He's renewing strength. Don't miss it. Don't run from it. Stay. Lean in. Let him finish what he's started. There's more. So much more. And it's yours if you keep holding on. There have been moments you didn't think you'd survive. Days you woke up wondering how you were supposed to keep going. Nights where sleep wouldn't come and peace felt a million miles away. And yet, here you are. Not because you were strong, but because God's grace carried you. That grace is still holding you now. The very same hand that pulled you out of your darkest season is the hand that's guiding you through this one. Don't let go. Don't give up. You're closer to breakthrough than you think. Comment 1111 if you feel the breakthrough is near. It may feel like you're walking through a wilderness right now, surrounded by silence, unsure which way to go. But remember, wilderness is where God prepares his greatest warriors. It's where character is refined. It's where faith is strengthened. It's where identity is revealed. Moses met God in the wilderness. Elijah heard his whisper there. Jesus was tested there. You're not lost. You're being shaped. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. Sometimes God closes every door to remind you that he is the only way. Sometimes he allows every plan to fall through so you'll finally ask him what his plan is. Sometimes the storm doesn't stop because it's not meant to destroy you, it's meant to awaken you. You've been asleep in comfort for too long. You've been quiet when your voice was needed. You've been settling when he called you to rise. That shaking you feel, it's heaven repositioning you. He's setting you back on the path he made just for you. You may be afraid of what's ahead, but God is not. He already sees it. He's already gone before you. That's why you can trust him, even when nothing makes sense. That's why you can let go of what no longer serves you. You don't need to have all the answers. You only need to have the courage to follow him one step at a time. Faith is not about having the whole map. It's about trusting the one who draws the map. You're not too late. You're not behind. God isn't pacing heaven worried about your timeline. He is the author of time. He's not in a rush. He's not shaken by delays. What he's building in you is taking time because it's meant to last. Temporary things are built quickly. Eternal things take time. You're not just being prepared for a moment. You're being prepared for a calling. Something bigger than you. Something that will bless others. Something that will outlast you. Comment 222 if you trust God's timing more than your own plans. The voices that have tried to define you, God is silencing them. The shame that has followed you for years, God is lifting it off your shoulders. The guilt that keeps replaying in your mind, he is canceling it right now. There is no condemnation for those who are in Christ. No matter what you've done, no matter where you've been, if you are in him, you are free, period. You don't have to carry the weight of your past into your future. God has already forgiven what you can't forget. Let him restore what you can't repair. There is strength in you that you haven't even seen yet. Because it's not your strength, it's his flowing through you. That's how you've survived so far. That's how you'll make it the rest of the way. When you feel like quitting, remember who you belong to. The God who parted seas, the God who raised the dead, the God who calms storms with a word. That same God calls you his. And if he's for you, nothing can stand against you. You've been silent about things that have hurt you. You've been afraid to speak up, afraid to open your heart again. But God is restoring your voice. You weren't made to stay hidden. You weren't created to keep shrinking back. You carry something powerful. You carry light. You carry healing. And it's time to rise into that. Time to stop apologizing for your anointing. Time to stop waiting for permission to walk in your purpose. Heaven has already said yes. It's time for you to agree. The loneliness you've felt hasn't been for nothing. It's been creating space. Space for you to hear him more clearly. Space for you to grow. Space for you to disconnect from what was holding you back. You're not alone. You're being set apart. There's a difference. The people who left weren't meant to stay. The ones who betrayed you didn't break your future. They cleared your path. God is removing what can't go with you into your next season. Could a CIA-leaked brainwave ritual be the fastest shortcut to a life of luxury? Newly released CIA research has just exposed a jaw-dropping brainwave technique that's letting everyday people attract massive wealth almost instantly. This 7-second home ritual, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is transforming debt into dream houses, cars, and luxury getaways. If you're reading this, consider yourself lucky. The page could be taken down anytime. Click the link in the description and comments to unlock the secret before it's gone forever. You've been through a fire, but you didn't burn. You've walked through storms, but you didn't drown. And that's proof of his hand on you. That's proof you're chosen. That's proof there's more for you. Don't let what you've been through define you. Let it refine you. Let it remind you of God's power, his protection, his promises. He's still with you. He's still fighting for you. He's still making a way. You don't have to see it yet. You just have to believe that He's not done, and you can. Even if your faith is small, even if your hope is faint, all He needs is one whisper from you, one step, one, "God, I trust you." That's where everything begins to shift. That's where chains break. That's where the fear loses its grip. You don't have to be strong today. You just have to be willing. Willing to open your heart, willing to let go, willing to try again. And when you do, you'll see that He never left, that He was always there, through every silent night, through every unanswered prayer, through every moment that felt like the end. He was writing a story you couldn't see, a story with redemption, with healing, with purpose. A story that only makes sense when you look back and realize just how deeply loved you've always been. You might feel weary. Your strength may feel like it's running thin. But the power that's carrying you now isn't your own. It's His, and His strength never runs out. His hands don't grow tired. His heart never walks away. When you feel like you're barely holding on, remember, He's still holding you, and His grip is secure. You're not too heavy for Him. Your pain doesn't scare Him. Your past doesn't disqualify you. He chose you knowing everything about you. Comment 333 if you believe His hand is still holding you right now. There's something sacred about surrender. Not the kind where you give up in defeat, but the kind where you lay it all down, knowing God can do more with your broken pieces than you ever could with your plans. That kind of surrender is where peace begins. That's where the heaviness starts to lift. That's where anxiety begins to lose its voice. Because you weren't meant to carry all of this alone, and you don't have to anymore. Let Him have it, all of it. The questions, the fear, the disappointment, the shame, He already knows, and He's not backing away. God is not afraid of your pain. He's not confused by your past. He's not uncertain about your future. He sees all of it clearly, and still He chooses you. He calls you by name. He whispers purpose into the places where you've only felt failure. He declares promise over what others have labeled as too far gone. His love doesn't waver based on your performance. His mercy doesn't run dry when you fall again. His grace doesn't have a limit. You're not running out of chances. You're just running out of time to delay what He's asking you to walk into. This is the season where everything changes if you let it. This is the moment where surrender turns into strength. Not because you suddenly become perfect, but because you stop running, you stop hiding, you stop pretending, and you finally admit, "God, I need you." That's the cry heaven responds to. That's the prayer that shakes hell. Not long, complicated words, just a real heart, honest, open, willing. That's where miracles begin, not in strength, but in surrender. Comment, "Amen," if you're ready to stop pretending and truly surrender to Him. There's a deep shift happening in your spirit. You may not be able to explain it. You may not even fully understand it. But something is changing. You're starting to see through the lies you've believed. You're starting to feel the weight of old chains falling off. You're starting to sense God calling you higher. And even though it's scary, even though it's unfamiliar, you know in your spirit that it's right. That this is the path you were always meant to walk. That this is what you were made for. But it won't come without resistance. The enemy isn't going to sit back and let you walk into your breakthrough without a fight. You'll be tempted to go back to what was comfortable. You'll be tempted to doubt, to quit, to numb the pain instead of healing it. But remember this, the resistance is proof you're moving in the right direction. Hell doesn't fight what doesn't threaten it. The pressure you're feeling is confirmation that you carry something powerful, something holy, something worth fighting for. The enemy tried to take you out because he saw who you'd become if you ever fully surrendered. He knew that if you healed, you'd bring healing to others. That if you broke free, you'd help others do the same. That if you believed what God says about you, you'd walk with authority. That's why the warfare has been so heavy. That's why the attacks felt so personal. But you're still here, still breathing, still believing, and that means the enemy failed. Now it's time to rise, not with pride, not with self-reliance, but with bold, unshakable faith. The kind that says, I may not see the full picture, but I trust the one who does. The kind that walks even when the path is unclear. The kind that prays even when it hurts. The kind that shows up every single day and says, God, I'm yours. That kind of faith moves mountains. That kind of faith shifts atmospheres. That kind of faith changes lives. You weren't created to live in survival mode. You weren't made to live exhausted, defeated, and afraid. You were made to walk in freedom, to live with joy, to carry peace that makes no sense to the world. That's what God wants for you. Not just barely making it, not just dragging yourself through each day, but waking up with purpose, with clarity, with strength. And it all starts with choosing Him every single day. Is it really possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial struggle into overnight wealth? This leaked, CIA-backed study uncovers a 7-second money ritual that's changing lives right now. Endorsed by 4 neuroscience labs, it reprograms your brain to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now living their dream lives, luxury homes, new vehicles, exotic travel. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted.